Yeah.
How's mom doing?
Mom and them is doing pretty dang good, man. She was
Okay.
happy to see me. Mother just lonely. My
Okay. Cool.
my button says, "Ask me how to make $1,000 a week."
Everyone in the chat room, I want you guys to ask. In fact, we're going to cover that today. Actually, we're going to cover that today. Today's topic is how to start a business centered around gold. As we know, but before we do get into all of that, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you're new to the platform, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Look, check out okay, so this is the Mende shirt.
Mindy shirt.
Got to represent for my Sierra Leonean family. And then Fitzgerald has on the Africa is my therapy shirt.
Very good shirt. Love it.
This could be found at dynastymirror.com. And also while you're there, go and pick up a book. Go and pick up a book, family. Also, again, like, share, and subscribe, you guys. So don't be a stranger. You don't have to window shop. You're more than welcome to come on in and join the Search for Uhuru family. Again, you're more than welcome to come on in and join the Search for Uhuru family. So today's topic is how to start a business centered around gold. And then we'll go ahead and get into what are the advantages of not only just starting a business, but starting a business centered around gold. Now, I don't know if you guys know, gold shot up to over $1,800.
Yeah.
Mine's over here somewhere. So
yes, it's a lovely thing. It's a lovely thing when it did that. I'm telling you, boy. You know what? Getting a little of your wealth growing, man, while you're visiting your parents. That's a powerful thing. Hello, everyone. I'm Fitzgerald Stephens, and I'm an entrepreneur. One of the primary things I do is with Karatbars, and we talk about exactly building a business around gold. For those who are pretty much world regulars, man, I missed you guys. My parents live so far in the woods that internet and cell phone stuff gets a little sketchy down there. But I decided to go down there and to see him. My father's birthday was the 5th, so I came in for.
How does your father, Fitzgerald?
Dad is aging, man. He did 77. I could see it, and it's like overall, he was pretty good. He just explained about it. His shoulder was hurting him. Perhaps if he would stop trying to build a house or redo a house, that would stop. My father has a theory that he feels if he stops working and stops being active, he'll waste away.
Fitzgerald, I agree with that.
Well, he takes it to the extreme. He's always done that since I've known him, and so he has his garden, he's working on his truck, working on a house, taking care of his dog, and any other thing he could think of, man. He just you know what, in this business, man, I could go down there and buy my father a whole new home, spread, trucks, everything, where he wouldn't have to he would have everything. That man would still find something to do, and he would find something to do. And so now mom, the mother, she's doing good. She's unfortunately down in the nursing home. So I literally had to go there, Diane. I sent you the picture this morning.
Right.
I was on one side of the glass, and she was on the other side. Imagine having a loved one that they're in their home. You can't go in their home, so you just pull up like the living room window. You pull up a chair and you talk to them through that. That's the closest I was able to get. Actually, it didn't even really kick into me now, man. I could not even touch my mom. That never happened before. But she was glad to see us, and we were glad to see her. My middle brother, he came down also for a surprise visit.
Oh wow! Okay.
Down in Atlanta, because if he wouldn't have did that, Prince, I would have been more likely doing this broadcast from your place today.
Okay.
So I would have drove 3 hours to the east to go to Atlanta, but because he came in, I just went down south, and so he met me all masked up like he was Cato off the Green Hornet or something like that. So I said, okay, man. And with Atlanta, you guys got a couple of things going on. I understand Mayor Bottoms has contracted this, and you got a mandatory mask mandate. So I'm kind of glad I didn't.
How does that with a mandate? How does that work?
Well, the official of that Providence, the government of Providence, which she is the head official within the city of Atlanta. She makes a decree like that, it's done. I mean, Mayor Jane Castor did a shutdown for Tampa. You know, you have to follow by that. You know, because the police have the right to enforce that among any other things they do and stuff. So yeah, you have to do it. You know, and so yeah, but it's I see East Point passed a mandatory mask law. That's just, you know, and yeah, man, you can do that. No, so it gets, you know, some people are really freaking out about the mask. I don't understand why. I mean, you know,
well, for sure. But this is the problem with the mask. Like, I'm all for it, but number one, if it's going to be mandatory, I think the city should supply functional masks. And number two, if you speak to any healthcare professional, you can't wear those. Well, I guess when you're inside your house, you can take them off. But like for instance, unless you have the mask that has where you can actually breathe through, you can't work out with those things on, because the amount of carbon dioxide when you're breathing and you're working out and you inhale that back in, it's not healthy.
No, I mean, I'm not about to wear one, man, but mostly when I'm outside, man, I keep my mask in for Tribe Decor. Hey, did you ever get in touch with her, man? I'm saying, you know, I need to get some more of those.
Yeah, Susan, are you watching this, Susan?
No, Susan's watching. I wanted one for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and
let me text her right now.
Yeah, I wanted one. No, even with your T-shirt fiend, that this Africa is the now, you can put that in or something like that, or Black Panther series. But I want to get two of those, because, you know, I have gotten some compliments on that mask right there, so I just want to keep some where I can just change them out. Well, fortunately, I can watch that and you know, come up real good with that, man. But, you know, she does great work, and I really want to get that. Plus, I want to be able to promote her.
Yeah, I'm texting her now.
No, so how you been, man? I certainly miss you, little brother.
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing well.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to get rid of this. I gotta totally going off topic. We're doing the talk show, then we'll go back home.
Right.
But I got to figure out a way to get rid of this dark mark under my chin. That's why I crashed my bike, man, and tore myself up.
I would cocoa butter, I guess. They, if you go online on Amazon, they have the cream that gets rid of that will.
Yeah, that's where my face slammed in that concrete, you know, and everything like that. So, you know, so I got to get rid of that. I don't need to be walking around with scars on my face.
Well, thank God you had a helmet on.
Well, my face hit here. The helmet didn't do me any good.
Yeah, but even then, if you didn't have the helmet on, I'm pretty sure there was probably some contact. Like,
well, yeah. Let's say we can't repeat that again.
You know what, Fitzgerald, grow a goatee.
Growing facial hair doesn't work for me, man. You know,
they got the man wig, face wig. They do. They got listen. My friend, he gets the whole. Put in.
Dude, you see me with something like that, you know, like that. You put an axe head on my end. You hear me? You know.
He gets the whole.
Man, I do natural. Don't put any color in this or anything. Yeah. I'm the natural cat like that. Hey, listen, man. Gold is making some nice, impressive gains going around. Incidentally, I see the Brooks Brothers filed for bankruptcy.
The clothing line.
Yeah, 200-year-old company.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
200-year-old clothing company, you know, so we don't need to talk about the job of losses and everything. Let's talk about how we can get ahead of this.
Right.
Let's talk about how we can end this. You need to be saving in gold. Okay. Why gold, Fitzgerald? Gold is money. Think of gold as like money insurance for your fiat currency. You don't lose on gold. It continuously outpaces inflation, does a steady climb, not something like real fancy and significant, sort of like maybe what Tesla stock is doing right now, or Amazon stock, or Netflix, things like that. But gold has been money for the last 5,000 years. And so having that in your portfolio is going to do nothing but increase your wealth. You don't lose by having gold. You know, you simply don't. You know, and so you need to look at having that in your portfolio, gold in your hands, golds. These are all 1 gram gold cars. You said, well, why does he always keep showing that? Well, one of the things I always keep showing it, let you know that A, I'm doing what I say, I'm practicing what I preach. B, the significant things, this is in my hands. So if you want to say like liquidity, I have liquidity. I'm not interested in selling my gold. I've often said that. I'm allowing this stuff to keep going up and up and up. And just by me holding it, not send it out. I mean, I don't have to give it to the money changers and put it out to work or put it into some bank. Just by me holding, my wealth has grown up just by me holding this stuff over the years. Okay, and so we see the world shifting towards that. We're looking at two great changes coming within our financial markets. Number one, we see the advent of countries and people acquiring gold. Countries like India, it's just like a second nature to them. And then number two, we're seeing the emergence of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency will be normal currency. Cryptocurrency, the dynamics will be to your little boy what a debit card is to you and I now. Right. It would just be normal. He would know how to trade with his Ether wallet. He'll know how to purchase. He'll know how to he'll know how to exchange that for goods and services. It'll be second nature. It'll be like him switching on a ceiling fan. Okay. And so we see where markets are global markets are accepting cryptocurrency as a unit of standards. Now we know there are many cryptocurrency on the market right now. The line of them, obviously Bitcoin, that has done extremely well. We have Ethereum out there. We have Ripple and Karatbars has their KBC gold backed cryptocurrency. Along with they're coming out with their V99 cryptocurrency, which is revolutionary in the scope. But and we're looking at a lot of changes that's happening in the scope of the global markets. It's not only that Corona, I think, is accelerating this because people see just how volatile the lack of cash flow truly can be. And it is causing havoc. It's causing havoc in people's lives. It's causing havoc in the companies' lives. It's causing disruption in the financial markets. From everything from the stock market to other instruments that are tied to the stock market, say like the 401ks and the Roths or annuities or any other things like that. People's pensions that are tied to the stock market, as far as we're helping funding them, that's somewhat has been affected. Everything has been affected. Okay, so we already know and already know that that the brick and mortar business, which is another thing that Prince Amir has brought up. Brick and mortar business are highly vulnerable now. Now, I agree with brick and mortar business. I like going out to the stores, especially like little specialty shops. I'm not a big mall type guy, stuff like that.
I'm gonna say this. So I told everybody yesterday, my brick and mortar, like me and you, Fitzgerald, we're like brothers because we're on the same page. I'm gonna do the same thing in Freetown and in Nigeria, in Lagos and near Otoruo, my kingdom, like in between like Shobo and Otoruo.
You're gonna get the building and live on top of it, like
yeah. I'm gonna do the same thing. So okay. So it's gonna be Dynasty Mirror. It's gonna be 3 to 4 levels, bottom floor, like you said. I mean, same thing like you were saying. You walk in, it's gonna be like a co-working space. Then you're gonna have like your pastries, your coffee shop, your tea. You're gonna get some natural fruit juices. You can do that. Then I'm gonna have my corporate headquarters, all my businesses. They're all gonna be in there, and then I'm gonna live on the 2nd and 3rd floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. That's how I want to rock and roll, and that stuff. But you know what? You need resources, ladies and gentlemen. If you're gonna talk about goals that you want to amass and put together, it's great to talk about them. It's great to write them down. It's great to have a vision board and all those great things that you look at. It's great to be able to see it every day when you wake up. But two things are going to make it come to pass. Number one, you have got to get out. You have got to be a man or woman of hustle. You have got to be a man and woman of action. And number two, it has to make a profit for you. It has to make money for you in order for it to to continue, definitely. And so the reason we're so excited about what Karatbars is doing, and I could cover what Prince Don Asamir made a broadcast yesterday. I could have been there. He put a clinic on it. We see like now that you need to get your own business.
Right. No choice. You have absolutely no choice. It's not even optional.
Exactly. And so I think a lot of people, when they not a lot of people, but some, Prince Amir and I have been doing this for a year. Many of you have heard this. For the new people coming in, great. We welcome and appreciate it. Understand this. You have got to have a new business. A new business. Now, what do I mean by a new business? A business that doesn't go along the old parameters. Why? What are the old parameters? Okay, you have your brick and mortar, you have your signed territories. I'm down here in Tampa. Let's just say if I go get a Chick-fil-A, and I would probably have to leave my zip code because it's already splattered, with Chick-fil-A putting in there, have that assigned territory. But right. let's just say I'm in a pretty good market, which I am up here in New Tampa. I can't just go infringe. Those people have territories. Okay, so I got to look up, and now I got to go either A, lease a building, or B, go buy the land. Now down here, land is really, really increasing, just like it is over like many other cities around the world. Okay, so I have to have a good amount of capital to get started. Okay, then I have to go out and get supplies. I must go to the corporate company to get my supplies. Doesn't make a difference if I can go get them somewhere cheaper. Okay, I must plug into that system.
Right.
In the same time, they give me a proven teaching system, a proven business model. If I follow this, I'm pretty much almost guaranteed to succeed. Then on top of that, I have to go and I have to the pay for permits as far as with the city when I do my building. If I'm building, I definitely have to get employees because I can't run everything by myself, which means I'm going to pay salaries, payroll taxes, subject to a lot of other taxes, utilities. Okay, and then maybe I need to hold in my pocket. Maybe I need to have, not a maybe. Because you're talking to a man who owned a brick and mortar business. You better have about 5 years worth of reserve. Don't expect to make a profit right away. You better have that, and you better have at least 5 years that you can run your household. Okay, you can run your household as far as that independently. Now let's talk about another business model. Our subject is talking about gold right now. Let's talk about another business model. Let's talk about a company called Karatbars. A company that was founded in 2011 by Dr. Harold Constantine Seitz in Stuttgart, Germany, the same city that Mercedes-Benz World Headquarters is located. A company whose mission statement is to free millions of people from the cycle of debt by getting small gold increments in the hands of the masses. An e-commerce business. Now, don't let that just fly over your head. Don't let that just fly over your head when I say e-commerce business. E-commerce, it taps into the World Wide Web. And that's exactly what it is, a web of information around the world. Now, with Karatbars, all I'm doing is just exchanging a portion of my cash, whatever I choose to, into gold. Right there, that's about 0.1 gram of gold. Just as powerful as the gram gold cards I had up here. Okay. All right. So this right here, I would take something like $7. Yeah, just exchange it. Just exchange it into gold. And for those of you who want to say more comfortable, you're buying gold. Okay, well, I would counter that thing. If I asked you for change for a 10 and you gave me 2 5s or 10 1s, did I buy the 10 from you? I just exchanged it.
Right.
So we're taking fiat currency and we're exchanging into gold. Okay, by us acquiring that gold, which incidentally, We acquire as much as we want, when we want, as as often as we want. It is absolutely free to join. But free to join. You just simply click on Prince Dinan Samir's Karatbars link that's strolling down at the bottom, and you can fill your 2-page registration form back in 7 minutes, and instantly you have your own business. And on a side note, Prince, you know what? I think you might want to consider one day, man. It's your stream, but you might want to consider. You remember how you used to do the little red block where you had your link right across instead of strolling? You've been looking at some of the old things like that. I think that was more effective because I'm looking at everything. This thing going like a ticker trade.
Okay, hold on. I can do that. Hold on one second. There we go.
Yeah, you used to have. Yeah, okay. Even you could keep it posted like that. Okay, so now what are you doing?
With that being said, guys, in the chat room on the screen and in the description is my affiliate link. Sign up as an affiliate. And we will get back to you again. Sign up as an affiliate, and we will get back to you. All right, go ahead for sure.
Okay, so when you open up a free gold savings account, now let me deal with this right now. Let me deal with this because I think, Prince, there's a huge disconnect with a lot of people because when they see free, generally if a man or woman doesn't work for anything, they don't put any skin in the game, they don't, you really don't take it serious. Someone give you, you go in a bagel, go in a store for get a bagel, buy one, get one free. Well, I mean, you really don't care about that, as opposed to buying one and then get the other one like maybe half off. You felt that. You felt that half off price because you expended some money at it. Now let me go ahead and explain this. Dr. Science has put in a business system similar along the lines of maybe you would think of a franchise concept. I'm not comparing it to that, or definitely not saying it's that he has the system. Karatbars has a system. Karatbars has a system of they have the gold, they have the networks, they have the accounting, they have the website, they have everything in motion. All you do is just participate and try and grow your business. Now you're acquiring gold, and gold is a very good thing to do. I have a mentor, Mr. Ty Best. His philosophy is simple: get as much gold as you can as fast as you can. That was said for some time. Get as much gold as you can as fast as you can, because you know what, gold, it's nothing stopping from hitting $2,000 an ounce by the end of the year. Even before then, nothing. No, probably even higher than that. Well, what does that mean if you have it? That means your wealth goes up. What does that mean if you procrastinate? That means it's going to cost you more. And so you're acquiring this, and you're running an e-commerce business, from your cell phone or your computer, from your home, that is available in 149 countries around the world. Let that sink in. In order for a business to really be dynamic and really be longevity, a couple of factors, but two of the main things: it has to have a product everybody can relate to. Has to have a product everybody needs. Gold. Unlike I have I need to take showers every day. I need to get I need to eat every day. It's many things I need to do. Okay, but once I consume those items or use those items, they're gone. They're gone. I have to keep replenishing and repurchasing. Now, catch me clearly now. But with gold, once I hold it, it still keeps paying me and paying me and paying me. I could have a Fitzgerald Jr. sometime down the road, and that gold, I could transfer that over to him, and it would still keep paying him and his son and his son and his son. Can't do that with consumables, although you need them. Okay, now by building that wealth, fantastic, love it. But what if you could go ahead and what if I could say, hey, Prince, you know what? You look for ways to make money. Yeah. Okay, listen, take a look at the business video. Let's say it takes you about 30 minutes. No, and I'll follow up with you. I didn't ask him what he think. I just said take a look at the video. Let people make their own mind. Let people make up their own mind, which brings me to number 2. Don't spend monies in someone else's pocket.
Right.
Who are you to say
somebody else's pocket?
She won't like this, or he won't like this, or they're just thinking, who are you? Who are you to make that decision for someone else? I mean, I've been a friend with this man, Prince Diane Smith, for dang near 15 years. I'm not in the business of making decisions for him. I don't go up there and tell him, especially financial decisions. Oh, we'll counsel about certain things, but I don't sit up there and tell him what to take forward. I don't sit up there telling him, what I think is best for him, how to spend his money in ways, especially he has not asked me. I don't do that. He runs his household, I run mine. Okay, and so how dare I sit up there and tell him man, I think this is the way you should raise your son. Well, first of all, I don't have children, so I definitely got no business telling a man who has children I don't have any about how he need to do. And so when it's so many times we get into business and like this, and then all of a sudden, she wouldn't want to do that. He has a great title. He's attorney. He's a doctor.
Right.
He's head of the Pool Hall Association, or whatever. He's a police commander. They have a lot of status. She's secretary to the governor. Oh, they wouldn't want to do anything like this. And little do you know, some of those people are pleading, as far as for better ways to make money, or additional streams. You never know. Your responsibility is to ask the question: do you keep your income options open? Do you look for other ways to make additional income? That's your job. Your job is not to go in there and say, well, you know what? I came across something. You may not like it, Prince Amir, but please take a look at it anyway. No. You present the information. Now, let's just say they're going to say yes to you, which they will. Right. Which they will, more likely, if they're the right person. And understand this: you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, but you can say the right thing to the wrong person, and they won't move. That's gonna help some of you guys who's having trouble. Like, I can't find anyone. Once again, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. If the person is the right person, if he or she is they're looking for an opportunity. They know what's going on in their household, even though they haven't said anything. If you say, man, you look for ways to making paper. You look for ways to get some of this change. You want to hit this and get this. And if they're the right person, you can't say the wrong thing. It deals with gold. I don't know a lot about it, but you can make a lot of money. They're not going to ask you a whole lot of stuff. If they're the right mix of person, they're looking at a time. It's like gasoline when it meets a match. Boom, you're going to get instant combustion. On the other hand, if you're talking to if you're saying the right things, hey, you know what? This company, it deals with gold. It's an e-commerce business based in 104. It operates in 149 countries. All you're doing exchanging gold. You're exchanging your cash for gold, however much you want. You get paid residually. Blah blah blah. That's talking too much. You don't never talk that too much like someone. But even then, they're going to say, okay, where did the gold come from?
Right. Is it real? Is it real?
Is it real? Do black people own it, or do Asians own it? I heard that's
scam.
I heard that they don't really pay you out like they say. I heard that they're really getting investment. I heard. They're not your tribe. That's not who you want. Now, this is going to save a lot of people. Who are part of Prince Amir's team and going to become a part of this team, or those of you who are listening to me, or who are not a part of mine nor Prince Amir's team. This is going to save you a lot of trouble when you're dealing with people. You got to know who you're in front of, and and once you decide that they're not of your tribe, Move on. Move on. It's just like a bad relationship, a relationship that's toxic to you. You're putting everything into it, or and you're not getting anything back. Every time you with this person, he or she, you come out, you're feeling more run down and more depressed. You always feel like you gotta try to make someone, that you try to kind of earn this person's love, and you're sitting up there sweating over somebody who ain't sweating with you. Forget that. Find someone else. Find someone else. No, be positive, be constructive in what you want to do to help you reach your goal. And if you don't have someone on the same page, you leave a happy end alone. Mm-hmm. Okay. So likewise, if you're trying to grow a business, understand a business is not everyone is going to want to be involved with you, or not everyone's going to be your customer. Deal with that. Now, some of those people who don't want to be involved with you, they're going to call themselves your relatives. They're going to call yourself your friends. They're going to be people who you would just support it. They're right hard to jump right in, but they won't do that with you. They're going to be all those kind of things. They're going to say like, wow, you're kind of, man, you went to college and that's what you're doing now. How's that little business going for you? All that kind of stuff. But, I was talking to my dad. My father's old school, 77 years old, just old school, that type of thinking. And I was saying, Dad, he said, hey, son, how your business doing? No. And, well, man, you might have to go out there and get your job and do some things like that. Yes, sir. Respect my father, just keep my mouth closed. And, he said, well, he said, well, what happened to your other job? I said, well, Dad, he was only paying me $12.96 an hour. I said, I can't stay at jobs like that. I have to, not down in Tampa. So I wanted to go. Dad said $12.96, man, that's good money. That's what he said.
Back in the 70s.
Yeah. No, he's talking right now. He said, I had a job where I was paying $3 an hour. Well, I didn't realize he went to his thing. So Dad's things like, you just stay there, grow it, and go up and grow. And I said, Dad, I can't. Okay. He said, well, with your business, okay, but you got to do something else, Fitzgerald. You got to do something else. I said, yes, sir. Give him yes, sir, no, sir, like to talk to him. But Dad it didn't occur to Dad. When I gave him birthday money, he was actually concerned because he, when I gave him his gift, he didn't want to take it because he didn't think I had money. Because I don't do like my other brothers. This is what I do. So I'm going in there. He's concerned. And understand that a lot of times you're going to have relatives and people who are call themselves looking out for you when you want to launch out on your entrepreneur journey. They really are sincere. They don't want to see you crash and burn. So they'll tell you, you need to probably stick with that job or do this or do that. But you have something burns in you deeper. Okay. And so what I did. Okay, I said, Dad, okay, here's the money I got in my wallet. I got money back here. I got money in my business account. I had to convince him to actually have funds to give it, but it didn't click with him. Mm-hmm. How's Fitzgerald still being able down? It's Monday. He ain't even talked about. He ain't even left yet.
Right.
How does he? He just showed up. He's going down he seemed to be on his own time, and I've come up there several times with Dad like that. Some people just don't get it. Love them. We're not talking about just erasing everybody, but understand when you have a vision, you're looking for kindred spirits. And I promise you, when you ask someone, do you look for other ways to make money? And they're looking, they're going to give you a serious look. Okay. Now, so how would you like to get paid by other people saving gold for themselves? And for those people who they talk to saving goals for themselves, and for those people who they talk to saving goals for themselves, and how would you like to get paid for all that? No, works real good. That's called leverage. Leverage, ladies and gentlemen. From what I do, I have a little small team, a little small organization, about 12,000 affiliates around the world in several countries that I run from a cell phone. I was up in Alabama. I grew up on a farm, and man, the air was, you was hearing the silence of the air, and it took me back home. Probably if you're not from that area, it'd be tough for you to live there because you like a lot of city life and outdoors life, and you didn't grow up like in the country like I did. It'd be very difficult for you to adjust. But I was talking to Mr. Reeves, and Mr. Reeves was sitting there cutting his yard, and sits on 100 acres, and houses all over the property just for the family. And he was saying, and I started thinking, it'd be nice to come back home. I mean, it's a simpler life. I could buy property down here. It doesn't cost that much. And then he said, a lot of people have to bring something back with them. And I'm thinking about, yeah, that's true. And I have my Karatbar business. But you know what? When you guys hear us talk about, when you hear Prince and I talk about Africa, and you hear us talk about wanting to put land over, buy land over there, it's the same thing. See, the residual income that we make from our Karatbar business, it has the potential to stagger a lot of full-time incomes that people make. We're not going to get into numbers, but let's say it could be quite significant, and it is quite significant for several Karatbars affiliates. Number three. Hey, how about you want your own business? Okay, great. Let me tell you what having an own business means. That means that you enjoy various tax breaks that a business owner has. Okay, that the business owner has that are not given to a W-2 employee like over here in the United States. That means you're going to lower your taxes. A business owner can pay as little as 20% tax, where a regular W-2 employee is going to pay 40% of their income in taxes. So Karatbars instantly gives you a home-based business. No, that is quite significant. Some of you guys, that's too. I'm going to show you a couple things why you need to get your free Karatbar account right the heck now. Forget understanding it.
Right. Okay.
So don't let your understanding that don't let your understanding really trip you up. You don't have to. You don't have it with a free account. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything, but yet you get a lot of things. Okay. So we got our tax break. Now we got a component like, okay, we can make residual income, and we can lead that income to our dependents or our heirs in the event of our death. Okay, and it still keeps paying. Can't do that with your job. Can't do that. So it's like you have a golden goose, and you don't sell the goose that's laying the eggs. You keep that. You pass that goose on to your children, because it keeps laying, and they're going to get benefits for us from that. And then we're looking at, okay, we got an ever expanding population. I have a business. I have like a franchise type model business, and I'm going to use that because Prince Amir has caused that to stick in my head. That I have 149 countries. In other words, I don't have any territories.
Right.
I don't have to have any special license. You're not a financial planner and stuff like that. No, you're not. So you don't have to. You're not selling stocks or anything like that. If I used to have an insurance license, Prince Amir still keeps his. If you're gonna sell certain financial products, you need a Series 663. If you're gonna sell stocks, you need a Series 7's license. You don't need any special license for this. You don't need to even speak the language of the company you're doing business in. We have a French speaking affiliate who's based in the UK. I know some French. I was taught in college, but I'm not nearly fluent in it. But I don't need to know French. All I do is need to know her. She knows someone who speaks French in West Africa. She speaks to them in French, and they speak to them in French. And guess what? You have a global business with different language and cultures you don't know. See, the common denominator for people is they want good things for their family like you do. People around the world want their own business. I don't care what you think. I don't care what the media sits up there saying. They long in their heart to be free. Karatbars gives you that opportunity. Okay. Now, you decide to register your account and join and start growing your wealth. You're going to understand. You're going to start at zero. This is a business, not a gimmick. All right. This is a business. So when you grow a business, you need to work. If you are allergic to work, this is not the thing to you. As a matter of fact, being on God's earth is not the thing to you because you're going to fail. You have to be willing to work. You have to be willing, you have to be disciplined, and you have to be getting out there. You have to have goals, and you have to go out there. So what is the work? Let's go ahead and register your free account. You also want to get a business package. Now, what do I mean a business package? Well, by you, as addition to your network growing, you can't earn money in the free position. When I say a free position, that means that you don't have a business package. You can earn that once a month. That's great. That's great. That's going to get paid to you once a month. Once it receives goes over like 15 euros and over, based on the production of your team. But if you really, really want to enter into the pocket of freedom, you're going to want to get you one of the tax deductible business packages. Here's why: because that business package is going to allow you to get a paid additional 4 times a month, plus other bonuses that you will not be eligible for with just the free position. Now, you have a couple business packages. They're going to come with gold, and they're also tax deductible. Now, the first business package is called a VIP. That's what Prince Amir and I are. You know, that's about 4,900 euros. Okay, I want to understand, and Dynas probably didn't even think of this, but when the packages are worth more than when he got his, and definitely when I got mine, because the price of gold is going up. You get gold, and you get gold with those packages, you know, and so when you the second one would be what is considered a gold package. That's roughly about 2,500 euros. Why euros? Because the company is based in Germany. You pay them in euros, they pay you back in euros. Okay. The third one is a silver package, about 595 euros, and the fourth one is a bronze package, about 180 euros or $200, as my friend Prince Amir so eloquent says. Okay, you got a business package. You have your own like franchise starter type business package. That's your business pack. Tell me anywhere in the world where you can get a global business for like 4,900 euros.
And that's what we were talking about yesterday, Fitzgerald, because I had Freeway Ricky Ross on with us yesterday morning. And he was talking about getting into the marijuana business. And he was saying how, you know, pretty much they made it inaccessible for Black people in the marijuana business. Then if you want to do McDonald's, you got to have $1 million. Subway.
Yeah, that's
$400,000.
My father was also telling me yesterday how, you know, how many Black people own land down in Alabama, you know, and back then it was agriculture was the business. People just wouldn't sell them seeds. Mm-hmm. A lot of Caucasians just wouldn't sell them seeds, causing them to lose their farm because you can't grow product, you can't get revenue. But that's all up the thing. You don't need a bank loan for 4,900 euros, or 200 euros, or 595 euros. Do you understand? You have the ability to start a global business for practically pennies on a dollar, one-time cost. Okay, and you get to work. Now, now, what is the work? Saving gold for yourself and telling other people who do the same, and you're getting paid for that in euros. You're also your gold is also increasing, so that's growing your household wealth. Okay, you with the business, you have a portion of your taxes could be greatly reduced. For example, this stream right here that Prince Amir is doing, he can write this off. He can write the internet stream off as taxes. I don't know what that man pays on his internet, but he can write all that off.
$50.
Okay, he can write all that. $50 times a year. That's $600.
Right.
Okay, $600 he can write off. You see that shirt? Now check this out. You know, this is his t-shirt company. It's very good. Go out there and support it. Very good. But check this out. He purchases his shirt to wear on his broadcast. His shirt is considered a uniform when he comes on his search stream. So now he's double dipping. Not only will he get paid for the shirt when he sells it, but if he wears that shirt, he can write those shirts off because that's uniform there. I can say this is uniform for me. You know, I went and bought this shirt from Prince Amir. I keep my invoice by the end of the year. Hey, what is this? What is this? DynasAmir.com stuff. Oh, that's where my uniform. What's your uniform? Here it is right here. It's my uniform. I'm talking business, isn't I? No, this is my uniform. I could even get slick enough and say, you know what? The receipts that I had to do for the laundry detergents, I was washing my uniforms. Can I go down there so I can write all that off? Yes, you can be that petty. Okay, but so you're keeping more money in your pocket right there. You get now with Karatbars, you have two teams, a right team and a left team. I don't care if you got close to over 100,000 people, like Mr. Todd Best, the founder and creator of Wealth Builders. I don't care if you have over 600,000, like Miss Tammy Morrison, one of the leaders in Wealth Builders. I don't care if you have close to 800,000, like Miss Shirley Gober, of Wealth Builders. I don't care if you have like 96,000, like Mr. Michael Delco, my sponsor, Wealth Builder, or I don't care if you have 12,000 like myself. It don't make a difference. They're going to go on one team or the other. Now, because you have a business package, you are eligible to receive what is called units. What is units? Units is money that is the notion within Karatbars. Every time someone spends €2, it equals 1 unit. So so how they do it? Every single time someone purchases gold, someone purchases a computer, someone purchases the ATM, someone purchases the blockchain phones, or any of the someone purchases cash gold. That little thing that I put up right here, this is called cash gold. Every time someone does that, it creates units. It's so when I say someone within your network, okay? With your network, and it can easily go into the tens of thousands. Trust me, I know. Okay, so when you get 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you're going to get a payout. It's called a dual team payout. The only package holders are eligible for that. Now, when that happens and you have a VIP, every single time that happens, you are going to get €80. You know, that ass, I was over in Alabama, man, and I was sitting around and looking on that. Lo and behold, man, I got wealthy. I literally sitting on my dad's porch smoking a cigar. You know, of course, Daddy want me to give that up, and I think I might have to listen to him one day. But you know,
do you smoke every day?
No, I don't smoke every day.
Okay, what do you mean you're fine?
Well,
I know it's your dad, but I mean, in moderation. I mean,
yeah, Daddy got
just don't smoke anymore at your dad's house.
Yeah, he got a big influence. Maybe I just need to go around the field and get away from him and do it. Yeah, after he get done with me, because he used to smoke a lot, and he suffers from some of the things with that. But my point of the matter is, here I'm sitting at my father's place in the woods in Alabama, and I made money, not working. I'm just sitting there. Duplication, because somebody somewhere, and I don't even know, decided they're going to buy some gold or buy some other thing, and it gave a dual team payout for me. So you get €80 with a VIP. Let's just say you are gold. Once again, the gold package holder is about €2,500. Okay, and you go ahead and acquire that. You 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side. You're going to get a dual team payout of €60. €20 less than a VIP, but hey, if you find €60 on the ground, you're going to pick it up. If you have a silver package, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you're going to get a dual team payout of €50. I beg your pardon, or apology, should I say. And if you have a bronze business package, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you're going to get a dual team payout of €40, just like clockwork. How many dual team payouts can you get a week? Is 180,000 good enough for you?
No,
180,000 per week that you're able to grab. Now, some of you, and some of you, far as like that. Wow, man, I wished I can get that VIP, or I wished I could get that gold. I can't. All I can get is a silver, or all I can get is a bronze. Get started. You are looking at two men who have built a pretty good sizable empire. We started out as a bronze. That's all I could afford. Prince Amir could have easily bought the other one, but he didn't see it yet. He just really did it because of me. No, I don't think he'll regret that decision.
No, I don't.
I think he'll be glad I didn't push him. I just nudged him. Okay. And so I think he'll be glad I kept nudging him a little bit, and so I just got started. Once I got a bronze, I worked my way up to a silver. Once I got a silver, I worked my way up to a gold. Funny thing how the gold happened. I was up in church in Ontario, Canada. I used to live in Buffalo. I was 3 miles away from the Canadian border. So my church I was in was literally across the border in Niagara Falls, Ontario. Well, I was listening to a song, a sermon about prosperity. And I stood up there, and rather than me giving it to the offering plate, I went out there and sat in my car in the parking lot, and before I even went into church, and I pressed a couple of buttons. I ordered my gold package, and it's been prospering me. Okay, then I worked my way up to a VIP. And the funny thing how this happened, when I got my VIP package, Karatbars was doing a promotion. They used to do crazy promotions when they get started. A real nice place. For example, when I got my VIP, they gave me the option of okay, they was doing 2-for-1 VIPs. Okay, so I got a VIP. And I decided, I prayed about it, and God told me who to give it to. Now, believe it or not, this is the first time he's hearing this. Prince Dinas Amir came in my head. I didn't give it to him. You know why? He wasn't in the business. I couldn't get him to see it. He had $100,000 job, and he's saying it was all right. He's saying he was cool. This is the first time he's hearing this. I didn't give it to him because I couldn't get him to do anything for several years. Right. He wasn't moving, so I gave it to a guy who was, and guess what? Someone gave me a VIP for my business account. You reap what you sow. Okay, so I was looking for people who were in motion. Okay, and so I went to work. I have got my money back in those things, in those business packages, spades. Back, and it's still paying me. The business keeps growing. I'm making euros. I'm saving gold. I have the luxury of having a business that I can write off at the end of the year taxes. I'm building wealth that I can lead to my beneficiaries. I have them on my account right now in the event of my death and stuff. And so what also, I'm looking at a way that I'm helping secure my financial future, because at 55, it's not, you pretty soon age discrimination start kicking in, and just flat out, dang it, you just don't want to keep working for someone else. Right. You want to be able to, you want to be able to do with your time, like you want to do with your time. I mean, to see that look on my mom and my dad's face, because when I go up there, when I go home, I hardly don't ever tell them I'm coming. I just go in, I just surprise I'm coming home. And to be able to spend time with them while they're elderly, with my dad's birthday, and more important, not more important, but equally important, is my mother. My mother's in a nursing home now, ladies and gentlemen. There's a coronavirus out there. For the first time in my life, I could not physically touch or hold or hug my mother. I had literally had to sit on one side of the glass and have her talk to me. We were talking through a glass. Picture this now. We was talking through a glass. I can fully see her and everything, and she could see me. But to see her face light up, the fact that I came up there, my brother came up there, that was worth more than that. That was worth the cost of admission just building this thing. So understand this: you're going to have to do something. Staying still in this financial market is not an option. All the world over, not only Prince Amir, but you can, some well-known YouTubers I know, King Wage over in San Diego, the Diaspora Channel over in London, Jonas Lone Wolf over in Australia. Yes, these are all Karatbars affiliate, but take that Karatbars out. You're looking at other affiliates coming on different streams. Get your own business. Start saving in gold. You know, there's something happening with the financial markets right now. Secure your own. Do that. Do you know if you would have had your own business? A lot of people talk about these what I want to say, the coronavirus relief check. Well, I have two very close men that have businesses. One of them got about $600,000 for his business, and the other one got close to about the same amount for his business.
Wow.
Okay, able to they're booming right now. Right. See, they're not worried about how they're gonna take care of bills and everything like that. See, because they had a business, a viable business. That's what that was for. Meanwhile, other people, they're still waiting for a coronavirus check. Okay, be grateful for it, but you have to put yourself in a position to win. You have to look at things, and you have to go where the wealth is going. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. You have to go where the wealth is going. Ladies and gentlemen, there ain't no future in working for people anymore. You know, I mean, we're looking at multi-billion-dollar sports industries being threatened, by this. You know, if people can't come to see you, if people can't come to your business, your income you can't survive without an income. Understand that. And I deal with that practicality. You got to have resources. They're looking at a second wave. I'm down here in Florida. Florida's done went off the rails, as far as with this illness, with what's going on down there. Supposedly they had it under control, according to what the president said, but this thing, the second wave is just like, wow, it's really vexing down there. Meanwhile, my friend up there, Prince Amir in Georgia, he's saying it's a different dynamic up there.
One second, Fitzgerald. Crystal Ames, make sure you use my affiliate link because I haven't received any confirmation from you. So, Crystal, use the affiliate link that's in the chat room and it's on the screen at the bottom, and I'll repost it. But make sure you use that affiliate link and sign up as an affiliate. All right, go ahead, Fitzgerald. Sorry.
Yeah, and so it all depends, but nevertheless, this thing has painfully opened a lot of people's eyes. Some people who actually thought they were straight, or they had good jobs, or they had things or they didn't need to really work. It's opened up a lot of people's eyes, Prince, that you need to have a side hustle. You need to have an income. You need to have an additional income that's not dependent upon your job. Dinas Amir has coined the phrase, and I wish he would do more of that, even without me being on the stream, because he said something that's so impactful. And he said, your hustle is your new income.
Your side hustle.
Your side hustle is your new income. And that message needs to be heard, because you know what? People are finding out very painful. There are people who have put themselves in position, like Prince Amir and myself, Mr. Delco, Mr. Willie and Sherry Brown, Miss Tanisha Glaspie, Mr. Ty Beth, and other people who have put themselves in where they have additional income besides their jobs, or somehow, or many of them have even worked themselves out of a job using this thing. They don't need to worry about their business is still expanding. When we wake up and it says like gold is climbing up like this, that's just music to our ears. But there's room for more growth. There could be 1,000 people register on the Prince Dinas Amir a day, literally 1,000 people a day, and he could not exhaust that in his lifetime. He couldn't, and he would still be more people. That's how big the market is. That's how big the opportunity is. And so what we're doing, just go ahead, register for free, save your gold. Tell a lot of people. There's one person, I think the comments on my site now, but they're saying they rather invest in Bitcoin. That's great. That's fine. And Bitcoin is a lion. That's good. But you know what? What if you can get a cryptocurrency that's tied to gold? Okay, that's another discussion. What if you can get a residual income that while you're still doing your Bitcoin that you're creating by you saving in gold, and then you tell other people, then you could get paid in free gold. I mean, it's all kinds of things that you can do as far as with this. I mean, I don't need to keep beating the book. All I did was get started. 5 years ago. And I worked to put myself in a position, lo and here I am. It's nothing special about me. I knew I couldn't keep doing the same thing and expect to get a different result. I knew that that because the taxes the taxes were really taking a lot of my income, I knew I couldn't keep just always working dollars per hour. I knew I couldn't do that. Eventually, I'm going to get tired, or I'm just simply going to run out of energy. I just couldn't do that. For me to have to work until I die was not feasible. Now, someone says, "Well, you can live off your pensions." Well, you see a lot of these pensions if you're not properly positioned.
Right.
So I wanted to be able to travel. I wanted to be able to have my time. And so it was imperative to me to go ahead and get started. And so if you're all cool, if you're making all the money you want, if your lifestyle is great, your business not threatened, your children, your generations no one ever needs to worry about money and never again. Okay, you're good. Maybe you need to share this with someone who's not. And so that's what we do, and that's what we're going to continue to do. And so when you register your account on Prince Amir's site, you're going to get a call from him. He's going to welcome you to the team. He's going to help you with your package. Second thing he's going to do is give you my number. My number is 1-716-573-6296. 1-716-573-6296. It rings to this thing right here. It's been my personal cell phone number for years. Okay, my job is to do a goal statement with you, also help you maneuver through the Karatbars website to show you exactly what it does to plug in the wealth builders. That's the teaching system Mr. Ty and Valerie Best created. Going to tell you exactly how to build your wealth, exactly how you build your business for free. Okay, and then so we're Prince Amir and is also going to plug you into the Team Amir WhatsApp chat, and on there you can find about training. He's going to tell you about the Telegraph app, and everything's going to be sent to you where you can go at your convenience and at your speed. You're not racing against anybody but yourself. But remember what we said about the systems with franchises, Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Wealth Builders is a teaching system that shows you how to build wealth within your Karatbar business. Right. See, we don't just give you a box and say, go out there and get them. We don't do that. And so you have to be taught, just like someone taught me, and just like I taught Prince Amir, and just like Prince Amir teaches other people, and like we're all taught by wealth builders. So that's what we're talking about right now. And, but life is good. And I want you to consider this. A lot of people sitting around and talk about this doom and gloom and how bad things is around the world. No, it's not. This is the most prosperous time to be alive in the history of man. This is the most greatest time of wealth in the history of man. There's going to be a wealth transfer that the world has never seen. It is already underway. And for those of us who are properly positioned and know how to take possession of those streams, we're going to get extraordinary wealthy. Those who don't understand the way that things are moving, they want to hold on to the old ideologies that's just being replaced right before their eyes. They're going to be decimated. About several years ago, I said to my wife, I said, you know what? It's going to come a time. There's not going to be a middle class. You're either going to be rich or you're going to be poor. Okay, you're going to be rich, you're going to be poor. There will not be a middle class. Look at the wealth gap that's happening right now. Okay, look at the billionaires. They have added somewhere along the line of like $253 billion in the last couple of months just cost this virus of their whole total wealth. Do you know black wealth and if trends keep going like it's going right now? 2050, maybe.
Hold on, Joe. No, I'm not gonna get political. Never mind. Go ahead.
If trends keep going, the wealth about 2050 is projected to be this. Well, we have a $2 trillion spending purchasing power. What are you doing with it? Okay, so obviously, if people are positioned in so-called good jobs, what wealth are you building for the generation? Other people deal with it too. I'm just talking about the tribe that I belong to right now. But what are you doing? So you got to have a business to leave your children for something that they can survive. and they can thrive. You don't want to go out there and have them compete for scarcity of jobs. I look at things a little different when Prince Amir and I are talking about going over there to Africa, setting up businesses. We got to have resources to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Prince Amir is a Nigerian citizen, dual citizenship, United States, Nigeria, phenomenal. But I'm quite sure the Nigerians want him to pay for goods and services when he goes over there. He talks to Sierra Leone. I don't think he's going to get the goods and services because he's good look. The world works by economics. The world works by commerce, resources, and that's what you have to put your focus on. You have to acquire resources not only for you but for your family. Then you can go ahead and do other things. But what if the same thing happened in my closing? What if the same thing with this 2050 Black Wealth Directive that do zero? What if they just got out and just starting businesses? What if all of them just decided, okay, I'm going to do business like Karatbars. I'm going to do business. Instead of me look for a job, I'm going to be a job creator. That thing could change in less than a decade. That whole dynamic could change in a decade. There is no future working someone else's job. There's a YouTube video that it's called The Breakfast Club, and everyone needs to watch it. Everyone. It was done by it's called The Breakfast Club, and there was a segment that they did a man called Damien Dash.
Dame Dash, yep.
Damien Dash. You need to look this up. And after you look at that, you need to run like a fire to register your Karatbar business, because it's going to show you how real dynamics work. And he said something that's really interesting. He said, no man got another business called another man his boss. Now this don't fit for everybody. Certainly fits for me. So no one got it that has another. That's it. He said, call a man boss is like call another man daddy. I got one daddy. Okay. And so he said, now when you go in there, what are you leaving your children if you don't own it? All you are is a glorified supervisor. I don't care what title they call you. You're not building any equity. You're not building anything for your children. He further went on to say, like, well, now wouldn't your son love to see your name up on that building? Wouldn't your son love to see Amir or Stevens up there instead of something? Wouldn't they want to be able to know? He said, you can't leave your son your job. The guy was saying, but I love what I do. And he said, it's not yours. And the guy was, because he struck a nerve with him, Prince. And he said, yeah, I could come. And the guy tried to get in a shouting match. But the audience in the heart of hearts knew what it said. You can't leave it. You don't own anything. You don't decide anything. You work for someone else. You're not building anything for someone else. Now that person, if you're an owner and you decide to even build something as simple as a Karatbar business, you leave it to your children. You own the wealth stream. Well, Fitzgerald, someone else owns the company. Yes, but you own the wealth stream. You own the gold. You own the residual income stream that you can put into other streams to create stuff for yourself. So power is in ownership. And ladies and gentlemen, we got to get serious about our dynamic, and we got to get serious about our household and our economics, because our very survival is dependent upon it. All the great guests that Prince Diane Amir has on the show, and I'm a fan of the show, and I watch it, and I watch the show often, and many of his guests, every single one, whether he's talking about relationships, whether he's talking about the sport we need to build for Africa, or we need to do this, or we need to do that, or many of all the subjects he's talking about, I'll tell you what the common denominator thread is: resources.
All right.
That's what I focus on. Resources, because you don't have resources, all the rest of that stuff is a dream. Should you date a man that don't got money? Should you date a woman that don't got money? Well, that's up to you. But evidently, money seems to be the real key. Money seems to be the real thing. Resources, because without it, you're simply a slave, and you need to get serious about acquiring them. And if you say, well, we want to go build our own platform, great. You want to put something together like Karatbars, like Dr. Sykes, great. Take you about 40 million euros, maybe 50 now. But like Prince Amir said, if you don't have that, then you need to become a part of something like this so you can get a chip in the game. That's what you need to do. You need to think, okay, how can I build generational wealth? At least 2 generations. Because Warren Buffett has said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're literally going to work until you die. There's no exception to that. And Fitzgerald Stephens says that you don't make moves will be made on you. If you think I'm up here, wow, he's a great motivational speaker. Yeah, that I am. I'm good at it. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to get ready to show like, hey, take your eyes off of me. And don't look at me. I'm not here to put on a show. I'm trying to tell you what point blank, what some serious steps you may consider want to take for the survival of your home. Not necessarily now, but your children's. Because someone has to build something to leave someone something. And so that if you don't have that, then you need to start it. And in my closing words, Prince, Michael Delco, he said a comment there, and I really love. He said, if you didn't come from a wealthy family needs to come from you.
I didn't write that down.
You didn't come from a wealthy family, or you can insert the word rich in there. If you didn't come from a rich family needs to come from you. It's just simple as that. Prince Don Asimir, man, I'm so excited.
Oh. Go ahead.
I am finished, and thank you once again for trusting me with your audience. I got some calls I need to make today myself too. Because you know what? I come to the conclusion like I could be doing more to build my business. I could be talking to more people. I can be going faster. I could be doing it's so much more I could be doing. And I better get out there to do it. See, as long as I got gold, as long as I got this, I'm straight. No, I can do some things, but I need to put this in for more people. I need to make more phone calls. I need to seek more people out. I need to post more on Facebook. I need to get on my stream, my YouTube page and drill more. I need to get this word out because people are literally dependent on this. And people are literally dependent upon people like yourself to tell them. You can reach people that I can't, or Prince Amir can't. They're not going to listen to us, but they'll listen to you.
Right.
And those people will listen to those people, and those people listen to those people. But they'll all be part of your organization. Prince Amir, thank you very much, man. I so appreciate you.
Real quick, what was that quote by Michael Delco again?
If you don't come from a wealthy family needs to come from you. Michael L. Delco, my Karatbars sponsor and friend.
All right, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. My affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. I'll personally call you. It's also in the description and on the screen. Until next time, family, Donnie Samir, search for Huru.
1 second, Prince, before you go.
Okay.
Did you come from a wealthy family?
Oh.
Okay. Will Massa come from a wealthy family, your son?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yes, sir. Peace.